So unless you've been living under a rock for the past 20 years, I'm sure everybody here has heard of the Honda Civic Type R, and especially the legendary K20 engine. Now today I'm going to go over to the fact why this car is so cool and why the engine is so desirable, and just overall a fantastic engine, to be honest. Now I'm going to start off with saying, as a kid you always heard Hondas driving past it with a straight pipe exhaust, hitting it off the limiter, going past it, everything, and you're thinking, this guy, what's this guy doing? He looks like an idiot. Until you own or drive a Type R, you will never understand that, I don't think. Yes, I'm going to say this now, they are really slow cars. 200 brake, yes, it's quite a lot for a naturally aspirated car, but 200 brake in today's standards isn't a whole fat lot. But we're going to go on to the power side of stuff a little bit later on. Now again, as I've said before in a previous video, I'm very neutral when it comes to cars. I like and will give everything a chance. I don't care if the Honda is the most slated car on all social media, on the internet, whatever. I couldn't care. My opinion is my opinion on this car, and I'm going to be as brutal and honest about this thing as possible. Starting off with the actual entire body of the whole EP3. We're going to use the EP3 as an example for today's video because this is the one I've got. The EP3 doesn't look anything special. I don't think it looks bad or ugly, but you don't look at an EP3 and go, wow, that car is beautiful, you know. It's not like a GT4 or something, or an MR2 turbo, you know. I mean, the back looks okay, the side skirts are actually really nice, and the front, I will say, is quite a pretty sight to look at, in all fairness. And the OEM wheels from factory I think are actually really nice as well, to be quite honest with you. But for the most people, you don't buy one of these cars for the body, and you definitely don't buy one of these cars for the interior. Now if you exclude the Type R bucket seats from this and the actual really nice steering wheel, the interior is quite bland. Again, 20-year-old car, not expecting anything fancy, but it is very bland and boring. But what people do tend to buy these cars for is this here, the K20 A2 engine, arguably Honda's best K-series engine as a whole. But there's a few K20s, the A2 is the best, it's the most aggressive one you can buy, and just overall, this is what you want to chuck in every single car you have. Now I'm going to sit inside and talk about it because it is raining a little bit, and the engine's quite noisy as well. The K20 A2 was found in the UK spec EP3s and Integras, I believe. It's the best one you can have, them the most aggressive. They've got the most aggressive cams as well, I believe. Just as a whole, the better engine to buy. Them 200 brake from factory, not a fat lot of torque. I don't know the exact figures off the top of my head, but I just know it's not a fat lot. But again, 200 brake, it's not bad because you have other stuff as well, if that makes sense. It's not like you have 200 brake and it breaks every 5 minutes. Hondas, if you know about Hondas, these cars refuse to die. Basic maintenance, timing chain, whenever the interval is, and servicing it, great, happy. These cars live forever. Now obviously a lot of Type Rs have been abused. A lot of them have 1 billion miles on the clock, 38,000 owners, you know, the list goes on. No servicing. I got very lucky with mine. 107,000 miles, 3 owners, and the previous owner, I'm the 3rd owner, so the 2nd owner had the car for about 16 years, I believe, and the paperwork that was left in the car was about this fat. So the guy clearly loved and cared for his car, well, now my car. So I'm very appreciative of that, because I bought some cars from auction and you could tell the owner does not care about that car one bit. But this guy clearly loved his car a lot, so I'm grateful for that, and he took care of his car. Now 107,000 miles is considered low for one of these. Under 100,000 miles, like, quite rare to come by now for an EP3 Type R, especially that hasn't been ragged about to an inch of its life. So I'd say this was a pretty good find as well. I spoke about in the first video of this car on my channel, links in the playlist, of what was wrong with it. Essentially gearbox fault, didn't go into gear, turns out it was a slave cylinder, chucked the clutch in it anyway, happy days, away it's ran since. But I'm going to carry on talking about why this engine's so great. There's this little badge here, or say little, it's actually quite massive, that badge right there. If you don't know what VTEC is, essentially it's like, I don't know how you'd actually explain how VTEC works or what to compare it to, because essentially when you hit about 4,500 revs, 5,000 revs, it unlocks a whole new thing. So essentially, if you take a camshaft out of a K20 engine, and take a camshaft out of any other car on the planet without VTEC. They look completely different. That is because I believe there's a plunge somewhere in the car that when you hit them certain revs, it locks all three together. So like, where on a normal one there's 2 lobes, on this one there's 3. So then when the third one opens, gives you the VTEC, gives you that bit extra power, sounds better. You know, like, it's such an amazing idea, VTEC is, especially for a naturally aspirated car. I've always had turbocharged cars. I love turbos. I'll die with turbos, but this was one off because how cool VTEC is as a whole. And this is what I was saying at the start of the video, is when you see these people flying past you at 8,000 revs, banging off the limiter, you're thinking, why is he doing that for? He looks like an idiot, and he's barely moving anywhere. He's having the time of his life, and he doesn't care. Because I understand why now, because this is the same. This spot I'm at right now, actually, I know this doesn't correlate to the video at all. This is the first place I ever came to record my first ever video that started my whole YouTube channel with my Scirocco. That I still have, but just does not get driven at all. Now, as I said, one annoying thing about this car is it actually came completely stock, and I feel like it's too good and too nice of a car to start modifying now. I kind of wish, you know, it was already modified so I wouldn't feel bad about modifying it, but it's completely stock. What might sound like a stupid thing, but this car's too good, too clean, and too stock to start modifying. 99% of Honda Civics have been like straight through exhaust, massive induction kits and everything. This hasn't got it yet, and I'm always in 2 minds to kind of like modify it or keep it dead stock. I'm not sure yet. Maybe modify it to stuff that you can reverse easily, like maybe an exhaust induction kit, maybe even an inlet manifold, because apparently if you swap the inlet and exhaust manifold out to maybe decat it or sports cat it, you can gain an extra 40 brake with so if you chuck an exhaust manifold, an inlet manifold, an induction kit, and something with the ECU, I don't think you can map the stock ECU. You have to get a separate one. You get about 240 brake, 40 brake increase. What doesn't sound a fat lot, but apparently on these it's amazing. It's completely different. The VTEC comes in a lot sooner as well. So there's a lot of things. It's not always about power with these cars. And I suppose with an extra 40 brake, you're not really reducing the reliability factor of it either. But it's just an idea that I've been toying with. I've got that many cars at the minute, that many projects, that I'm just trying to tick through the list one by one, because project cars are expensive. You realise this when you've already got them. And again, as well, another really great thing as well about Hondas is how cheap they are to run. Now, tax isn't ridiculous. But another really great thing about the Hondas in general is I'm really good on fuel as well. People think that, oh, these cars are disgraceful. So I chucked, this was generally on dead empty, and I chucked 15 quid in of 99 momentum, and it's just over a quarter of a tank. It was actually a little bit higher as well. I have driven about a bit. So it's about 50, 60, 70 quid at a push for a full tank of fuel. Me personally, I really don't think that is that bad, especially with the fuel prices now. It still hasn't gone down at a fat lot. So 60 quid for a full tank, and it lasts you a bit as well. Fine by me. I'm going to tell you a couple of things that I do actually hate about this car though. Now, one of them is all EP3s in general. The other one is just this car specific. So this is a 6-speed manual gearbox, and when you're on the motorway, even though you've got 6 gears, you're still sat at so high revs, like 3,000 revs. I don't know why. I'm not sure why it does that, but I've looked it up in the forums. Apparently that's pretty normal for these cars. I don't like that personally. I like sitting low on the motorway. And another thing is as well, is right, all these lights are going to be on, obviously. Parking brake, door open, seatbelt on, because I haven't got any of that stuff on. But the battery light, essentially, I bought this car, the gearbox problem and something else, and the alternator had seized, slapped the belt. So I chucked a new alternator on. It wasn't a Denso one or a Honda one, but the light's been on ever since. It's still charging fine, but the light's on, it's just annoying. I don't know why. We had this problem before at work with a Scooby, and it only gone off when we put a original alternator back on. So I don't know if it's the same with this one. Because I'm not selling the car, I'm not bothered by it myself personally, but when I go to sell the car, I most likely will chuck an original alternator on. What's stupid, because it's got a brand new one on, it's charging the car fine, but it just won't go off. I don't understand why. I really don't. Again, this one might be a little bit car specific, but all the lack appeal around the bumper, like why? What's the crack about this? And someone generally just got hungry and started taking chunks out the door. And there as well. And the front bumper is like actually quite mashed up as well, like the paint's just cracking. But I mean, other than that, interior and engine perfectly fine. Sort of, generally think whoever like tinted it, you can't really see it on the video, but whoever tinted the windows, they honestly might give Stevie Wonder a run for his money because they're atrocious. Now, another thing I do dislike about the K20 is how flat they sound stock. It does want an exhaust on ASAP to get that VTEC screaming sound a bit better, but that is all in due time. Like, this car will definitely be on the channel quite a lot more because I'm not selling it and I want to do a couple of track days in it, so I'm going to just record myself tracking it, working on it, modifying it. Everyone's happy. But anyway, I'm pretty certain I've spoke about the main things about the Honda. Keep this video like extremely short in 10 seconds. Massive aftermarket support, very reliable engine if looked after. Like, that is generally why people love the K series so much. I love the K series. I'm sure most of you love the K series. The other great thing about the Honda as well and the K20 is you can chuck them in whatever car you fancy. What is another fantastic great thing. But yeah, that's going to be it for me for this video. If you all did enjoy, then obviously please hit the like and subscribe, as it means a lot to me. Leave in the comments if you subscribed and liked, and I don't know, maybe we'll do some giveaway or some sort of thing soon. I want to hit 3,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It's very possible with all your guys' help. As always, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you all in the next one.